Come to your easy pose and try to sit with the least amount of effort. And you will see me be a little creative with my movements today with my knee. So that's how we all take care of ourselves, is by working with our bodies. And so with practice, we learn to arrive, to stop, to rest into the moment. Make sure that nothing's terribly uncomfortable. Just letting your legs gently stretch into the position. Ground your hands onto your legs. Least effort, still and soft. Breathe through your nose, relax your eyes. Stilling. Rounding. Just be. Let your brain relax. And breathe out one more time. And now draw yourself into the upright posture if you were just a little relaxed, leaning forward a bit. Sit up tall, engage your low belly towards your spine. Have a moment with that awareness. Just trying to communicate with your body. In and up. So that supports our spine. And practicing our alternate side breathing. Touch the center of the forehead lightly with your fingers.
Excuse me, Blossom, it's really hard to hear you. There's something scraping in the background or something. I don't know.
Thanks for telling me. I'm going to start alternate breathing and turn that off. I think it's the kids' snow clothes in the dryer.
Thank you.
Thanks for speaking up. We'll have to wait on the drying, guys. It's too loud. Yes. Oh, that's better. It's a lot of noise to overcome. So breathing from side to side with that light touch at the third eye center. Feel that calming point. And you can just flow from side to side, or you can do a pattern. Inhaling from the right side, or do your own flow. Exhale left side. Inhale left. Exhale right. Breathe deeply. Channel the breath. One more time, right to left. And then we go the other way, starting with the left. Lightly close the right. Breathe in. Stretch your breath. Breathe out. Right side, sorry. Right side, breathe in. Left side, breathe out. Relax everything as much as you can. Once more, the left to the right. Inhaling moon side. Exhaling sun side. When that is complete, rest with your hands facing up on your lap. The receiving openness gesture. And sounding Om or humming an exhalation. Breathe in deeply. Seal your hands into your heart center. Just feel that vibration of your voice continue. And then moving into our bodies. Twisting to the right side, hugging your arms in front and back, and sitting up tall, twist towards the right. Look back as much as it's comfortable. And notice how much you're using your legs to create the twist. So you twist from a foundation. Your foundation in the legs and pelvis. Little strength in the belly. And next time you breathe out, let it go. Release your arms. And take your right arm across your belly. Let your left arm come behind. Sit tall. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice and easy to begin with. Twist around to the left. But taking the attitude of compassion with your body to meet it where it is. To be honest with what works and what doesn't. It's your practice. Breathe out, come back to center and release your arms. Heart lifting pose, take your hands back with the fingers forward. And here we'll practice that outward spiraling energy so the shoulders rotate open as well as the hands as you lean back. You can adjust your legs if you like and lift up your heart, gaze down towards your nose. So only take your head back if it feels good. Just keep your chin a little tucked. Stretch across your chest, your front shoulders. Spin the hands outwardly, but don't move them. One more breath. And then inhale upright, going forward now from the hips and heading out to the right side just a little bit. So any degree, folding forward with the side movement. So you can head on into the shape to your own degree. Head relaxes. And here the hands prepare for our other weight-bearing poses where we gently just spread the hands around them. Fourth breath. And one more time. Stay steady. Just let your breath move you a little bit. Release carefully. So take a little time to come up and walk out to the other side. So just angle off center. Walk it out to your own degree. Let your hands spread and your head hang down. We have a little drawing back in the low belly. And steady breathing through the nose with sound creates vibration, calms the mind, gives the mind something to pay attention to. And take one more breath, have time for it. And walk slowly back to center. And let's energize the legs by leaning back and finding balance on your sacrum. Let your legs straighten out, hold up behind them so you support, and just try to energize your legs that have been folded up. Just reach through your toes, lean back a little bit, but sit tall. So we really are supporting the boat pose here. Try to just enjoy its energy, its support. One more breath. And then breathe out, release to your feet once more. Heading back to downward dog. So have a moment to release from your seat, move your props if you have any. Head back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Set up. And then come down to your knees. So let me first show the down on the knees version of this flow where you go to quarter dog pose, toes tucked or not, hands spread. And then inhale up to a plank on your knees. So go back and forth between each shape, taking time. Guide the heart forward, strong in your belly. And then if you'd like, you can add the lift of the knees and go between down dog and plank a few times. Doesn't have to be fast. Just establish each shape. Find that upward flying feeling in the low belly. And head back to quarter dog or down dog and hold steady. We have openness in the hands that helps the underarms and the chest open. Upward lift in the belly, head hanging down. see if you can just soften or grow into one more breath. Soften hands and face. Inhale, make your way to the front of your mat. Draw up your belly and then exhale, ragdoll. Just let your arms hang, let your head hang. So you can just find a comfortable position for your hands and wrists to rest. Your knees might bend. Feel your breathing. And our awareness in that uplift at the low belly. So we anchor in the low belly and come up to standing, a little press into the feet. Rise up, step into your mountain pose. Or a little bit wider with your feet. And swinging the arms free from the shoulders. So swinging over towards the right side, a little twist, a little swing over to the left. I like wider feet, just brings a little more ease. Go slowly, please. Mindful movement. New moon last night, a little flow, a little softness. And then stop your swing. Breathe in, float up your arms. Breathe out, float them down. Fingertips to the middle of the forehead and gently sweep your forehead down to your chin and let your hands rest at your heart. Just feel that trace of your fingertips and that quieting. And now, sun, greeting the sun. Breathe in, reach up. Add a little yang energy to it. Breathe out, forward fold. So the count is slow, take your time. Gently come into each position. Halfway lift, belly is strong, legs are strong. Spread your hands, take your legs back. Come down to your knees for cow spine. So a little heart forward and a flat low back. So we just have a strong feeling pelvis. And if you'd like to experiment, you can bend your knees and lift your feet up off the floor as you hold your cow. Year of the ox. Cow's pretty close. Lunar New Year. Always new beginnings. One more breath. And then coming into the cat spine, letting the spine flex. Draw way up in the center and down at the head and tail. Weight comes out of the arms and wrists here. Take another deep breath. And then come to neutral. Bring down your elbows. Heart chakra pose. So we really want to find that belly towards the spine energy. Plant the tops of your feet. And carefully walk forward. So keep your hips up in the air in this pose. And you walk out your arms to let your heart and head reach down. So it feels kind of like downward dog. You can rest your head on the floor. Just trying to keep the hips over the knees in that area. Draw upon your strength when you are challenged. Take another breath. When it's complete, lift up your head and heart, walk your arms and hands back in, and go back to quarter or down dog pose for 5. Spending time in forward folding and in front body opening. Finding balance. Harmonize your effort. Have a breath with that idea. Find the uplift as you finish your exhale. Inhale, step forward and half lift. Exhale, release into the forward fold shape. Just let your body gradually come in. Inhale energy to help you stand up, reach up. Still breathing in. Exhale, hands down, shoulders down. Right ear, right shoulder. Chin towards the chest. Left ear, left shoulder. And gently to center, setting the neck. Cross out your thumbs and spread your fingers. Inhale straight up and then a little bit back. You can breathe out into that going back. Inhale, lead with your heart, come up and forward fold. Inhale, prepare to step back to Anjaneyasana with your right leg. Bringing your knee down to the floor. So we come into a low lunge, and then you can guide your knee towards your toes to any degree. Rest your forearm out on the bent knee if possible, and then reach your other arm up and back at an angle. Gather your fingers, activate your reaching arm. One more breath. And release. Take your leg back. Come out to your forearms. Forearms on the ground. Hands flat if your shoulders are tight. Together or woven, also fine. Walking your knees back and lift up if you can. 8 breaths here. Just getting all of our strength. You pull your elbows in and feet towards your midline. So everything in the front draws towards the belly. Concentrate on firming in your center. What can you relax? Press the earth with your arm bones. And take one more breath. And release to your belly. Release your feet and legs. Take your arms out overhead. Just relax for a moment. And coming to Sphinx pose. So we want a little engagement of the pelvic floor, a little tuck of the tail, and then start to bring your elbows to the floor and walk them back until you feel a nice release in your upper back. So you can adjust the depth of the pose with where your elbows are. Come somewhere where it feels positive in your body. Keep engaged in your pelvis. And think about the Sphinx just sitting there in the desert, not moving, super steady. Five, so we need 8 breaths here, so a few more. One more time. All impermanent forms. And from here, we're going to head to dolphin pose. So you can walk your forearms in, bring your hands together or flat, tuck under your toes, and lift up your hips. So like downward dog, but on the forearms. Use all your techniques from down dog and the lift in the belly, hanging down in the head. Press the legs back. And like downward dog, it's okay if your knees bend. Feel that strength in your shoulders. And breathe out. Bring your knees down. Coming up and taking Anjaneyasana, second side. Right foot steps forward. You can guide your knee towards your toes if you like. And then adding that reach back as you balance. Concentrate. Everything is this pose in the moment. And breathe once more. Release your pose and step forward on your mat to complete that sequence. Fold forward, take a breath out. Cross your thumbs as you stand, up and gently back. And then exhale, ground into your low ribs and your heart center. Utkatasana, bending the knees, sinking back into that chair. You can have your feet together or hip distance apart. Press your hands, go down. Open your feet, just let them spread. Add a little twist or a deeper one if you like, over to the right. Part of our concentration is on just doing the right amount for our bodies. Breathe out. Maybe there's a little more space. Come back to center and release up, down, and go to the left. It can just be a little bit of a twist. You could change your hands. Make peace with your efforts. Open feet, strengthening hips. One more breath out. Untwist and then stand up. Press your right leg in front of your left for a forward fold variation. So you want to come forward with your pelvis, tip your pelvis forward. Your knees might need to bend and come down and take your favorite position. So this is new for me to try it this way. So wherever your arms and hands feel supportive to you, just the right amount of depth in the body. Notice where you feel things. And breathe out one more time. Coming up carefully. Other side. Crossover body work is good for the brain. Good. So your brain's like, why are my feet switched? Guide your pelvis forward. Come slowly down, especially if you're also trying this, rather new for me, to try this variation. Just don't force or strain. Breathe and release tension. Stay for one more breath. Coming up, mindfully release. And just catch your center for a moment. Catch that rim of your pelvis and just feel grounded and strong, empowered by the practice, centered. Then take your right leg back. Keep your hips towards the front. Revolving triangle pose. Breathe in, reach up your right arm. Breathe out, forward fold. Then you sweep across. Open out it to any degree into this twist. So there's a lot of flexibility as far as where you work. Open out. Try to release gripping in your feet. Nice long neck. New point of view. And just one more breath. Use the exhale to unwind your twist. And breathe in, standing up. Catch your center again. And shift to a straight front leg. Keep your back toe on the ground. Warrior C. We're going to keep the front leg straight. Lift the back leg straight up. Just a little bit, it's fine. Squeezing in the glutes. Eyes find steadiness. So if you need your big toe on the ground, you can still have the energy of the shape. If you want to play with reaching out your arms for the last breath or two, you may. Just do your best. Try again if you need to come out. And then carefully bring your back foot down. Land and come into warrior A. Hips still to the front, bending the front knee. Try a little tail tuck energy in this pose. And our unshakable courage gesture, fingers interlaced, thumbs wide. Pull but don't let go and feel your upper body activate. Around the rib cage. Standing practice, deeply grounding. One more breath out. Release your arms and your legs for the second side. Revolving triangle to start. Straight legs, hips front. Left arm reaches, breathing in. So we have the forward fold project. Grounding that hand somewhere and then opening out. Try to spread your feet. We work from the belly center, our power center. Just the right amount for today. Breathe one more time. Use the exhale, release down. And inhale, stand up. Lean forward and come into your straight front leg, the back toes on the floor. Possibly lifting up your back leg. Holding your center is a nice reminder for that part of your body to be working and helping you out. So just try and try again. Steady your eyes and your mind. Have a determined attitude about it, that you can do it, you can do your best. It's just practice. And give it one more breath's energy. Maybe try to reach out if you want to. And then carefully bring your back foot down so you can kind of land into warrior A and then refine it. Weave the fingers, thumbs wide. Activate by pulling and don't let go. Feel that wrap around the rib cage, those muscles work. Front knee is centered. Grounding quality. Breathe out once more. And breathe in, release, open up, and step out. Just let it be. Good. And our side pelvis poses, stepping out to the right on your mat. And I'll just go to the right so you can still see me. This time, hips to the side, knee bends, finding that warrior B variation, reach the arms front and back. But starting with extended side angle pose, lean. And today, reach your top arm straight up to the sky. If you want to balance the structure with sweetness, let your face be soft. Breathe out. And breathe in. Keep your top arm up so you can just straighten out your leg and come back over into triangle. Anchor your low belly towards your spine. And then breathe in, come up, bend your knee again, and go into reverse warrior. So you can work your arms to cow face or just reach back. Maybe a little tail tuck energy to keep that freedom in the low back. One more deep breath. And then let it be. Stepping out to the other side. So find that warrior B just for a moment to open into this shape, into this side. And then to come to rest on your bent knee and reach your arm top arm straight to the sky. Gather your fingers. Nice long neck. Maybe little side eyes up towards your hand. Deep breath again. Expand, breathe in. And that exhale helps contract your belly towards your spine. And then breathe in again, straighten your leg, and come over to triangle, extended triangle pose. So we think of holding the heaviness of our head with our belly strength. Breathe out once more. Inhale, come up to the warrior B shape again. Go to the reverse. And then counting 5. So the tail tuck helps you not overdo any back bend in this shape. Breathe out once more. Take time to finish that breath. And when it is complete, release yourself out. Top of your mat. Ready to head into the second part of practice. It's gratitude for all that we are able to do. And then leave your fingers and just press up towards the sky. This is always a little refresher if you've just been sitting or try to wake up. So inhale, press up, really enjoy that inhalation, feeling, and then release your hands and fold forward. Feel the energy of exhale. You can exaggerate it a little bit. Halfway lift, breathe in. Feel it energize you. Breathe out. Take your legs back and coming to upward facing dog with the knees down to begin. Could come to cobra on the belly if you prefer. So ease the belly forward. Press the arms strong and straight. The inner elbows come to the front. Gaze down towards your nose. And if you want to try the tail tuck to help find a little more freedom, determined, stretch and strengthen. One more breath. Carefully release your knees to tabletop. And we'll pull back into a threading needle or the wide child's pose with the threading needle. So you can go all the way back if you like, or stay more on your tabletop. Either way, letting the right hand come through underneath the left armpit, facing towards the sky. Carefully lower down your head. Use your other hand for support. I like to bring my big toes together. You control the depth of this work. Starting to get that message to the body that we're coming down to the floor. Just relax, connect with your breath. Let it move slowly through you once more. Plenty of time. Press into your top hand to release out and take the other side, working with your body. Thread your needle or twist your child's pose. A good one to customize to help release tension around your neck and your spine. So gently exploring. A few more rounds of breath. Inhale energy to come up and out. And come to your seat in your own way. And stretching out your legs in front of you. Dandasana, staff pose. And then infinity pose to the right side. Crossing your left leg over at your ankles. And your feet activate a bit here. Legs activate and wrap up. And then take your arms out. And just let your hands spread. So we're not going to hold a lot of weight in the arms, but just roll to the outside of your right leg and hip. Lift out your shoulders. Gaze down your nose. Just the right amount. Take one more breath. And just release back to your seat and cross your other ankle over top. So you just want to give the arms room so we can stay lifted out of the shoulders. So just slide your arms away to hold you in this side pose. Hips on the ground. Lengthening your lateral body. I'm liking the toe gazing. If you'd like to give that a try for the last breath. And then back to center. And out into a yin pose for a minute or so. The dragonfly. So we take wide legs and elevation if you'd like it. And if the yin pose, you want to just let go. It can be take a moment just to shift gears. Let your body settle, let your muscles relax. And from that place, come into a little bit of a forwardness. Another choice would be to rest back. So just let the legs have freedom. Come to a place where you feel like you can stay for a minute. Back to that stillness in the beginning. It's like a pebble in a river. Stimulating the energy lines of the body. See if you can have a sense of those rivers of energy, the main one being the spinal cord, which we are shining with our awareness, with our breath. Be patient with your stillness, just a little while longer. Feeling some compression in your tissues, and just not pain, but compression. And let's start the process of letting go of that forwardness and returning upright. Just rest back into your hands and let your legs move in a way that they feel like moving. Just transition from that stillness. And then turn your hands so your fingers are forward. And your elbows bend, hugging towards each other. Walk in your feet. So we're going to do our upside down tabletop pose or upside down bridge. Inhale, press your hands and feet, lift up, even if it's just a little bit, or get yourself up into that table shape. Keep your neck chin a little tucked, or take it back if it feels good for your body. Downward gaze either way. One more breath, lift your hips, and then come down. And take your legs out straight or straight edge. And come to Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Breathing into the back body, releasing the back body. Feet to head. See your back body with your awareness for one more breath. Just think about the soles of the feet, the backs of the legs, backs of the hips, back of the torso, neck, skull. And relax into an exhale once more. And sitting up and taking this shape to our backs. And there are options here. You can do this to any degree, but first lying down. So just reach forward, reach your head forward, round your spine, and come down slowly to your back. Unless you know you're strong enough to lift your legs straight, it might strain. So do have a moment engaging in your low belly. If you can lift your legs straight, do that. If not, pick up your feet first, bend your knees, and then straighten out your legs. And then use your hands, just like we were doing seated a moment ago, to try to bring the legs towards our faces. You can lift up your hips as much as it feels good. Maybe your feet will come to the floor. Just keep your head centered. Gently guiding yourself into the right degree of this shape. It's a calming pose. Keep it sweet for yourself. Breathe one more time. And then carefully bring your arms to the floor and try to lift your legs towards the sky and release a few times. Just try that action of shoulder stand. Press the arms into the earth. And then either come down with your legs in the air or go ahead and hold your lift up. So there's a Ardha Salamba Shavandasana. So half is one of the words, one of the variations. So we don't always have to work towards straight. Energize your legs, one more breath. And then bring your legs back towards your face and bring your spine down. Bringing in your knees towards your chest. And let's take Ananda Balasana. So the young version, maybe catching the roots of your big toes or hug behind your knees. And gently try to go towards the right side, drawing the knee down towards the floor, over to the left, same. Try both at the same time. And just enjoy this work in your body for a little longer. Listen for your breath. And take one more. Take time with it. And then releasing your legs down, stretch them out, reach from fingers to toes, stretch a little heart lift. And then draw in your feet together and your knees apart. And weave your fingers behind your skull so your elbows are wide. So an adjustment here might be a really arched and low back. So what you can do is use your arms down to pick up your hips, reset your pelvis a little lower. And this is an energy hold. So first just come into the shape, the physical shape. Make sure your hands are comfortable. Just gently touch the heels and let the rest of the feet relax. You can adjust how far your feet are from you. Feel the natural, expansive quality of the shape when you breathe in. When you breathe out, let your low ribs come down, your navel go down, grounding you. So yoga meets us as complete beings, and we are emotional beings. So with an invitation just to be present and accept, maybe release any emotional things that you're experiencing in your life. Just give a little time for that. This position especially working on things like frustration, anger, all part of us. It's okay to name it, to breathe into it. Doesn't have to be anything. It's an open practice. Take 5 more breaths. Accepting yourself, accepting your feelings. And let that one last exhale go away, maybe make a little sound, release. And then transitioning for one more pose before rest, which is a lying down twist. And today, bring yourself over, all the way over to your right side. You can put something under your head, but we won't stay here. So just come to the right side and then do this open like a book with the arms. Open up, rest your head back. Just to focus on the upper body a bit in this pose today. And let the legs be in a place where they feel comfortable, maybe with space between the knees. So let it be something good for your spine as you look away. Open your wingspan. Softly breathing, restful. 3 more times. You might grow a little bit into the pose. See if you can settle out a little more deeply for the last 2 breaths. Turn your head a little bit more. And come back to center. Just gently reposition yourself. Going to the other side when you're ready. Getting your knees over. Getting over to that left side with both hands. Line up the arms and hands. And then open up. And you can let your head rest as you open up and back. Let the legs be in an easy way for this side. Stretch your wings and relax on your back. Just be radically soft. Observe one more breath. Just really be present with it so you have a sense, you say goodbye to the pose as you finish that breath. A little gratitude, a little goodbye. Back to your center and taking any preparations into getting into your rest pose, whether it's clothing or supports. So lie down and rest and get comfortable so you can really relax. For me, eye covering is a big difference. If you have something, just something cloth to put over your eyes. Tuck yourself into your warm clothing and your blanket. And we really rest to retain the energy of the practice, to bring the practice deeply into our collagen, into our brain waves. So begin by arranging yourself and supporting yourself. Checking in with your axial body, that spine. So we want to make sure the spine feels long. It's connected to the pelvis and the head. Just make sure your low back has enough room, that your shoulder blades are settled underneath you, so you can press into the earth with other parts of your body to lift and adjust. And then take a breath, and following the central channel, just think of root to throat and back down again. Maybe root up to crown and back again. So you might notice some of those fields of energy that the chakras are, those are the main ones. There are all kinds of places of energy in the body. And let your breath go. Let your breath relax. Jaw relaxes. Teeth a little separate. Eyes rest softly. And there's a smoothness across your forehead, the outside as well as the inside. Just touching that third eye with your awareness lightly. Feel the breath vibrate. Let your brain relax deeply. It's a process. Be patient. Keep going. The arms and the legs release all their efforts. The hands rest. Now I am old and free from time. How spacious life, unbeginning, unending sky where the wind blows, the ever-moving clouds, and clouds of starlings on the wing. Chaffinch and apple leaf across my garden lawn, winter paradise, with its own birds and daisies, and all the near and far that the eye can see, each blade of grass sighing with the mystery, across whose face, unchanging, ever-changing, pass summer and winter, day and night. Great countenance of the unknown known, you have looked upon me all my days, more loved than lover's face, more merciful than the heart, more wise than spoken word, unspoken theme, simple as earth, in whom we live and move. As you gently breathe with a little bit more depth, a little bit more space, just gently stir. Allow for the process for yourself to say goodbye and hello. In your own way, finding your way back to your seated pose. Return to our easy seated place where we can meditate for just a breath or two. 3-breath meditation. And opening up the hands for gratitude. 2 measures of gratitude and 1 of love. Gather it into your heart. Breathe in deeply. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope that the longer rest is a nice addition to this time of day. Oh, I was thinking I might just find you all still sleeping.